Prime factorization. Any positive integer can be expressed as a product of prime numbers. The representation of a number as the product of prime numbers is called prime factorization or prime representation. The main question is, what is the easiest way to obtain such representation? We will introduce here a very interesting and useful procedure that allows you to find out the prime factorization of a given number by focusing on prime numbers as the divisors. To describe this algorithm clearly, we will consider several examples, step by step. Notice, each time we break down the number, we place the prime factor on the left outside the parentheses, and we keep the remaining composite number inside the parentheses. This process helps us keep our numbers organized. The goal is to get to the point where there are only prime numbers left. Example 1. Find the prime factorization of 36. 36 is an even number, so it is divisible by 2. Therefore, 36 equals 2 times 18. Again, 18 is an even number, so we can use 2 as a divisor. 36 then equals 2 times 2 times 9. 9 is a multiple of 3. We can use the next prime 3, so 9 equals 3 times 3. 36 can then be represented as 2 times 2 times 3 times 3. We finish the process with no composite numbers, just primes. Thus, the prime factorization of 36 is 36 equals 2 times 2 times 3 times 3. Example 2. Find the prime factorization of 60. 60 ends with a 0, and we can write 60 equals 6 times 10. Notice that both 6 and 10 are composite numbers, so at first they are in the parentheses, but afterwards we break them down to their prime factors. 6 equals 2 times 3, and 10 equals 2 times 5. Therefore, 60 equals the grouping 2 times 3 times the grouping 2 times 5. Thus, the prime factorization of 60 is 60 equals 2 times 2 times 3 times 5. Example 3. Find the prime factorization of 225. 225 is divisible by 5 since the last digit is 5. We can use this rule to reduce the problem faster. We need to figure out what number times 5 gives us 225. First, we remove the last digit, 5, which leaves us with 22. Then we double the rest of the number, 22 times 2. From there, we add 1. 44 plus 1 equals 45. So, 225 is equivalent to 5 times 45. Notice that 45 is inside the parentheses because it is a composite number. 45 is divisible by 5. 45 equals 5 times 9. So at this point we have 225 equals 5 times the group 5 times 9, which equals 5 times 5 times 9. Notice that the number 9 is inside the parentheses, since it is a composite number. 9 is divisible by 3. 9 equals 3 times 3. 225 then equals 5 times 5 times 3 times 3. Thus, the prime factorization of 225 is 225 equals 5 times 5 times 3 times 3. In the 3 examples above, we explained how to find prime factorization of a given number. Now it is your turn. Try to solve the following problems. Problem 1. Find the prime factorization of 108. Problem 2. Find the prime factorization of 308. Problem 3. Find the prime factorization of 315. If you were stuck, you may look at the solution of these problems in the next video.